Thank you. Hello everybody, my name's Craig Bennett, and today I am doing a video on Python, and this one we're going to get into input. And basically what you'll use this for is if you're trying to collect information from the user itself, and that way you can present it later on or modify it later on. So let's jump on in, and hopefully you'll be able to understand this. So going into here, I already pre-written this stuff, but basically input, it's just this last little bit. So down here, and one thing to keep in mind with input is anything that is get the value is a string, so you will obviously have some restrictions on that, so keep in mind from previous videos. But as far as this goes, one of the biggest reasons why you want to use input is because you will call it later on or do something with the information. So like for here, what I have is a variable, and just name the variable name. So what I said is equals input and then what is your name. It's really important to put a space between the question mark and the quotation, because it will show down, otherwise the user will get something like this down here. And then you get the question or whatever you type there, and then the person can put whatever there is there. And as you can see here, it can be long drawn out thing. So the actual, it doesn't have to be one thing. I mean, like here I got Craig Bennett second, and that's 3 different things. So I can call the variable and it pulls up the string, and that's now associated with. And let's say if I did something like, I don't know, age, or let's say something like if I was doing something with a shipping company, or doing intake outtake of a manufacturing plant, what I could do is have it where the people who's doing intake outtake, they would scan and see how many whatever it is coming in. So for quality control and inventory control, and basically the system itself will see how many items either the person has to write, which actually most manufacturers still today require a person to write down a number of how many items came in, and basically they'll put in 3 of X item came in, and then the computer can just take the thing and just throw it in there. So so basically it can take the input of how many items, or depending on how you got it set up, and then the computer can see the previous number and then just add it, and there you go. So there's that. That's one thing to keep in mind. I mean, that's a little bit more of a complex, and we'll probably get down that line, but that's just something to note as an example. So as far as going down here is obviously, again, if you call in the variable, it says string, but here below here I showed an example of what happens if you don't put it with a variable. Basically what we'll do is the same as before, is it will directly ask you the whatever you put here. Keep in mind I didn't put a space, so it didn't show space, and if the person did put a space, then it'll show right there, so you'll run into some problems. So it's very important to realize that. But then it just spit out what I gave it, because it's not storing it. So that's the importance of the variable in itself. But anyways, as far as that goes, if this video has helped you out, then feel free to check out the Patreon and donate there. And also leave a like, subscribe, share, ask any questions below, perfectly fine, and anything that you might want to know in Patreon and whatnot, or Python and whatnot. But as far as that goes, see you next video, and hope you have a great day.